What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. And with season 3 finally here, don't worry, we will get to the VEGITO gameplay. If not later today, because that will be like my third upload today. It'll be early tomorrow because I have a long day tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to record that tonight and get it scheduled out for you guys. But I am more than likely gonna aim for tonight. We got a huge season 3 patch note update to go over, and this is a massive one. Now I know I haven't done a patch note update in a while. Maybe I covered the last one, I can't exactly remember. I usually do try to cover all of them, but I might have missed one because we've been doing a lot of other stuff lately. This one is huge. This one at the start of season 3 is going to be going over a ton of adjustments and changes throughout the entire game. There are a lot of characters that got adjusted, as you guys can see on your screen right now. A lot of buffs, including Super Saiyan Trunks and Cooler getting a buff. We're gonna go over all of that in a second here, but if you guys have been enjoying the Dragon Ball content recently, please be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and let's hop right in. So what I usually try to do is go over the patch notes on the official Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra website, but I decided to try to do it in game this time to see if we like this a little bit better. If you guys would rather me do it on the official website, let me know, but I feel like actually being in game, I don't know, it's just a different feel to it. But we're gonna be starting off here. Season 3 patch notes now available, balance adjustments and bug fixes made on 1/14/2026 at the last reset. So we're going to be starting out with buffs here. Super Saiyan Trunks, Skill 2 and Skill 3 are getting buffs. Cooldown decreased from 12 seconds to 10 seconds on Vanishing Strike, and cooldown decreased from 9 seconds to 8 seconds on Burning Attack. Now next is Cooler getting a buff. I really did not see this coming. I don't think he got too overly nerfed whenever it was that they nerfed him. I think it was maybe at the beginning of season 2. I can't remember off the top of my head, but whenever he got those nerfs along with I think it was Caulifla as well, I didn't think that they overkilled it at all. But now they're, you know, running it back, giving him a little bit of a buff. It's just going to be the skill 1 Destruction Ray. Cooldown decreased from 6 seconds to 5 seconds. Duration of continuous damage for Pillars of Fire increased from 3, 3.5, and 4 to 5, 5, and 5 all across the board. Damage interval of continuous damage for Pillars of Fire decreased from 0.5 to 0.25 seconds. And damage of continuous damage decreased for Pillars of Fire from 100 to 50. So this isn't necessarily a massive buff for Cooler, I don't think. This is kind of like more of balancing. I know it says buffs up here at the top, but some of these I definitely feel like is more of a balancing adjustment than outright just making it all the way stronger across the board. Now the duration of the continuous damage definitely is a buff, giving him 5 seconds of continuous damage all the way across the board instead of it gradually getting higher and higher. So that is a good thing for Cooler players out there. I do still enjoy playing some Cooler, but you know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he's just that guy at tank right now. And then we're going to be getting Super Saiyan Bardock as well. I don't know when I'm going to play Cooler after this season because we're going to have 2 amazing fan favorite tanks. I still can't believe they put Super Saiyan Bardock in the game. These guys are crazy. Toshi, you the man. Next is going to be Dabura. This is a really controversial character for me because I feel like Dabura has been strong since the game's inception. I don't feel like he needs any buffs, and they just keep buffing this guy. So they're going to be giving him a buff to his passive, Demon's Domain. Are these guys crazy? AoE range per level up increased from 0.3 to 0.4 meters. Petrification gauge build up for enemy heroes within AoE decrease every 0.25 seconds, 3 to 1. Now it's 2 to 1. Skill 2 Darkness Spear. Why are they buffing this one? This is the one that takes away the vanishing gauge if it hits. Cooldown decreased from 7 to 5.5 seconds. Duration of no vanishing step decreased from 4 to 3 seconds. Okay, at least they addressed that. If they're going to be buffing this, at least they did address the duration of the no vanishing. Duration of movement speed boost effect when moving towards enemy heroes pierced by the spear decreased from 4 to 3 seconds. Movement speed boost effect when moving towards enemy heroes pierced by a spear amount adjusted from 75, 100, and 100 to 50, 75, and 100. Okay, so this is another one where I feel like this move is more so getting balanced, not necessarily getting buffed, but they did buff his passive, so I don't know. And next is going to be Skill 3. Cooldown increased from 7 seconds to 6, or from 6 seconds to 7 seconds. Okay, so again, this was more of a balancing act for Dabura. They didn't just outright buff him across the board. This is a very good change for him though, I think. Skill 2 is insanely strong. Skill 3, I definitely feel like, especially in Superstar games, That is a very oppressive skill for them to start out with, so I'm glad that they increased the cooldown a little bit. Definitely a good change for Dabura. I'm gonna have to see this one specifically in game to see how I feel about it, but like I said, Dabura, a really controversial character for me. I feel like he's always been strong. His passive is one of the strongest in the game. Stone Spit is absolutely ridiculous, so they have to kind of be a little careful with how they balance this guy. Next is gonna be helpers. Crash cooldown decrease from 60 seconds to 45 seconds. I never really used that helper, but I don't really like the cooldowns on the helpers being massively long. Same with like super attacks and everything like that. So I'm glad that they're adjusting those for the different helpers as well. Do you guys use Invisible Man, by the way? That's probably the one helper that I have never used in the game. If you guys like the Invisible Man helper, let me know down below in the comments and let me know which characters you think that is best on. Next is going to be divine combo cards. Art of Decoy, movement speed, art of decoy, excuse me. Movement speed gain increased from 40% to 50%. Vanishing step cooldown recovery speed increased from 30 to 45%. And Guardian Angel damage reduction increased from 20 to 25%. Guardian Angel is actually a divine combo card that I was trying to experiment with a little bit with Caulifla and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I feel like that's a and Super Saiyan Vegeta as well, since he gets all that extra shield and overhealth and everything like that. I feel like those three can really make use of Guardian Angel, but we're definitely going to see how good Bardock is. I want to try, I kind of want to start using some combo cards that people don't use that much. I know everybody likes Snowball, everybody likes the Roshi one, I forget the name of it, and the shield when you're not in battle and things like that. And everybody likes the second vanishing step one as well. So I want to try experimenting a little bit more. Obviously Prepared to Die and Giant Slayer, a lot of the red cards are what people are going to be gravitating towards, and obviously some of the more technical ones with the blue combo cards too. And if you want to, you know, be just more annoying and harder to kill, a lot of the green ones too. But some of these green ones like Guardian Angel, there's a couple of the blue ones that I haven't experimented with yet. I want to start using those and changing up my playstyle a little bit to see how I can kind of maneuver around the game with a totally different playstyle. Like, as you guys have seen, my playstyle has kind of evolved a little bit and changed since the game first came out, and that's gonna happen because there's gonna be different metas. These different characters bring a lot of different things to the game, but a lot of these characters you do just have to play differently. Even within the role, a lot of these characters you just have to play differently from others. Like, I'm not gonna play Gotenks the same way I play Hit or Ultimate Gohan, right? I'm not gonna play Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta the same way I play, I don't know, Cooler. Like, you guys get what I'm saying, right? And even though I haven't played Vegito yet, he looks like he's just gonna change the game. I mean, I expect a character that iconic to come to the game and change it, just like Super Saiyan 3 Goku did in season 1, and just like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta did in season 2. I definitely expect Vegito to completely change this game, so I'm really excited to see what the future of this game is gonna hold. But now, let's get to the nerfs. This is what everybody wants to see, right? They're nerfing Super Saiyan Goku again. What did my guy do? I feel like the last nerfs he had, he was cool, right? I feel like he was cool, but if they feel like they got, oh my god, these are a lot of nerfs too. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I felt like a Spirit Bomb nerf was gonna happen at some point. That's kind of the only thing that they really missed, like changing a lot in his first round of nerfs, but let's see what they did here. Skill 2 Meteor Hammer. Damn, they're still nerfing Meteor Hammer. Additional input effect of Kaioken changed. Staggered into applies movement speed down. Okay, so they took the stagger away from his skill 2 after the Kaioken is activated. So the combo would be you Kaioken and then you Meteor Hammer, and if you do it like that, it would cause a stagger effect. Now it's just applying movement speed down, which is 70% movement speed down for 1.5 seconds. Damn. I mean, dude, Super Saiyan Goku is iconic, man. Like, they don't have to keep doing it. He's gonna end up getting buffed eventually in one of these later seasons, and they'll probably revert some of these changes. I really feel like they didn't have to mess with the second effect of using 2 skills. Like, if you have to commit 2 skills to get this effect, I think that's, you know, a reasonable cost, right? They didn't have to outright change that unless they were just getting a lot of complaints. Maybe people in the Discord were like talking about this a lot. They did just go through the first round of Squadra Blast, like, what, a month ago? So maybe this is something that was just too prevalent and they felt the need to change it to something completely different. Now, if you do the combo of Kaioken into Meteor Hammer, you're gonna just apply movement speed down, which is still good. 70% movement speed down for 1.5 seconds is still good, but it's not the same as stagger. So skill 3 Kaioken, they previously nerfed this as well, but they're nerfing it again. Skill stock reduced from 1, 1, and 2 to 1, 1, and 1, and increased effective movement speed up from 40, 80, and 120% to 55, 80, and 120%. Okay, so they're giving us like breadcrumbs for Kaioken right here, which the movement speed up is good. You know, it's a good escape tool, it's a good chase down tool, but after the first round of nerfs for Super Saiyan Goku, I personally felt like he was in a good spot. Maybe you guys disagree, let me know down below in the comments, but I liked where Super Saiyan Goku was after they nerfed him the first time. I don't feel like this is necessary. Really, we haven't gotten to Spirit Bomb yet. I don't feel like the Meteor Hammer change was necessary. You're already committing a lot to get that stagger effect, and like, what if you miss, right? What if they just reduce the radius of the target area for Meteor Hammer at level 3? Would that be good enough of a nerf? Like, if they just reduce the AoE of that. So next is gonna be his super attack Spirit Bomb, and I'm guessing, yeah, I can already see it right here. They're gonna change how Kaioken interacts with this as well. Time until impact increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. Distance, that's actually a really good change. I didn't actually think of that, but that's actually gonna be more significant than we can tell on paper right here. Distance before damage fall off begins decrease from 4 to 2 meters. Duration after bomb impact reduced from 1 to 0.5 seconds. Damage decrease 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 3,500, 3,500, and 3,500 across the board. Kaioken additional input damage decreased. We saw that coming. 4,200, 4,200, 4,200 to 3,500 across the board. Kaioken additional input explosion damage decreased by 500 across the board from 2,000 to 1,500. This is a good change. I feel like Super Spirit Bomb, especially with the Kaioken stack on top of it, was just insanely strong. Like, probably, I don't know the numbers right off the top of my head. This had to be like top 3 outside of like Dragon Fist, strongest super attacks in the game. Now, maybe it's stronger than Dragon Fist when you add Kaioken on top of it, but I'm glad that they kind of watered this down a little bit. Maybe these numbers make a huge difference. I mean, especially the Kaioken additional damage input. Now, after the explosion, that's definitely like just outright nuking you, but taking 700 damage off of the initial Kaioken damage, that's gonna be big. Next is Daima Goku, passive, battle gear, strike damage increase per 0.1 seconds decreased from 20 to 12, and strike damage maximum increase value decreased from 800 to 600. So a little bit of a nerf on Daima Goku's damage through his passive is increased when you know, just kind of hold down the button, and his range gets further as well. They didn't mess with the range, fortunately, because that's one of his gimmicks, but they did tone down his damage a little bit. Next is going to be Divine Combo cards again. These are going to be getting nerfed. Lightning Swift additional cooldown 6 seconds. Super Snowball, we saw this is like the most used Divine Combo card in the game, so we knew that this was going to eventually happen. All attack power increase reduced from 75 to 40. Damn, they actually chopped that down a lot. Additional number of all attack up from 4 to 5. Next is gonna be build up. This is the one. This is the Roshi card that I was talking about. All defense up increase reduced from 30 to 15. Literally chopped that in half. Wow. That's gonna make a big difference for tank characters like Cell, Caulifla, etc. Necessary NPC KOs or assists required for all defense up increased from 2 to 3. Additional number of all defense up 10 to 15. Those first 2 changes, I feel like it's going to make a huge difference. The all defense up increase literally getting chopped in half, and the necessary NPC KOs or assists required. Now, obviously, you can get assists, which that helps out a lot, because once you start really progressing through the game and you have other objectives to look for, obviously farming is like the most important thing to prioritize throughout the game. But once you have a lot of other things to kind of prioritize as well, sometimes, you know, maybe I'm just telling on myself right here, sometimes you kind of miss out on like an important round of farming or things like that when you're trying to help a teammate in a fight, or there's an objective up, or you're trying to hurry up and, you know, make some progress on this base that Zeno is on out of nowhere. Sometimes you do miss the NPCs, and sometimes, you know, this right here with this Divine Combo card can make a huge difference. Now that they're increasing that, it's probably going to make a very significant difference for this change. Next is going to be Solid Barrier. Barrier duration reduced from 2 to 1.5 seconds, and cooldown is increased by 5 seconds from 10 to 15. Damn. And next is Defense Step. Additional cooldown is going to be 4 seconds. This is another card that I kind of want to experiment with a little bit more as well. I don't think I necessarily use this one right, but we'll see how these changes affect all of these combo cards, especially the first 2, because I feel like those are the most popular ones in their role. we'll see how this goes as time goes on. Next is gonna be adjustments. So I feel like with, you know, characters in the buffs and nerfs, you could probably put just all of them in adjustments, but, you know, saying that you're buffing Dabura and saying that you're nerfing, who got nerfed up here? Super Saiyan Goku, that's like a good headline, right? Now, Super Saiyan Goku definitely got nerfed. Dabura, his skill 2 more so got adjusted in my opinion, but for Super Saiyan Gotenks, skill 2 Galactic Donut, time between skill activation and until the donut is thrown, decrease. Oh my god. I thought I was the only one that wanted this change. They didn't give it too much of a change, but I felt like Galactic Donut was too easy to get out of from the time that they see it thrown to the time that it constricts, right? I felt like it was way too easy to get out of, especially if they timed their vanish step perfectly. I'm glad that they're making this change. I feel like maybe they could have decreased it a little bit more, but we'll see how this goes with this upcoming season. In skill 3, Super Ghost, cooldown increased from 6 to 7 seconds, Ghost field of vision increased from 5 to 7 meters, and their damage got decreased from 335, 375, and 450 to 300, 330, and 400. I'm okay with these changes because at level 3, Super Ghost does get really oppressive, especially since you can just put some on you and then put the next round like on the tower or something like that, and you get the movement speed down as well when they hit. Super Ghost is really oppressive, so them slightly tweaking it I'm not mad at, but I do really like that Galactic Donut change. Maybe they could even decrease it a little bit more. Next is gonna be Android 18, skill 2 Lightning Step. I feel like, obviously I'm not a dev so I can't say for sure, I feel like Android 18 is one of the characters they don't really know which way to go with her. Skill 2 Lightning Step applies no skills and attacks effect removed. Wow, okay. Cooldown decrease from 13 to 12 seconds. Assault rush damage increase based on stacks increase from 100, 105, 115, 130, 150 to 100, 115, 130, 145, and 160. So a slight damage increase on that part of the combo. Yeah, I feel like they don't really know which way to go with 18, because if you tweak her too much, she's gonna be useless, but if you tweak her too much the other way, she's gonna be just absolutely broken, the best character in the game, like I felt like she was before the big season 1 patch notes, like in the beta and season 0. In my opinion, Android 18 was like a top 3 character in the game. You guys saw from my tier list, so they have to be really careful with how they tweak her, especially with that massive combo that she gets. The damage that she's able to do, well, they kind of toned it down a little bit now, but the damage that she was able to do and still kind of has access to is just outright ridiculous. Like, she does the combo, that's super attack damage. So next, these Divine Combo cards are going to be getting adjusted as well. Limit Breaking Jump, everybody's favorite blue card to put on no matter what the character or build is. Activation conditions change. What? Okay, while Vanishing Step is on cooldown, before its cooldown ends, while Vanishing Step is on cooldown, additional cooldown 6 seconds. Wow, okay. All right, I don't really know what to say about that. There's a lot going on in this patch note. I'm gonna have to see a lot of this stuff hands-on, but there's a lot of stuff changing in season 3. Next is gonna be Gekishin rules. The boss that appears has been changed. Oh yeah, we saw this in the Squadra Talk season 3 as well. They're changing Android 16 to Jackie Chun, and he has the like the after image around the boss area, and you have to pick the right one. It's gonna be really cool. We'll see how that affects the meta. But Jackie Chun seems like a really good addition to the game. They never brought the grade 8 back. I don't think that's ever coming back, maybe in a much later season, but I thought that was just like a temporary thing that they were taking out. I think that they're pretty satisfied with Jocko and Ribrianne, but I would love to see the grade 8 come back eventually. Movement and range of the boss that appears in the center reduced from 15 to 10 meter radius. Okay. Next is gonna be the Starr collection update. Updated hero unlock content. Added to wow, okay, so they added, well, we knew this was coming. They added Super Saiyan Broly. They changed the second one to God of Destruction Topo. So there should be a third one as well. What was I'm not sure what the third one was. Maybe they kept that the same. Was it like Ultimate Gohan or something like that? I think it might have been. It should be, right? We will continue to update the hero unlocks as new heroes are added to the game. Increase the maximum cap size of the Starr collection system. So what was it before? Like 118 was max Starr grade level. So I'm assuming they probably raised it to like what, 140, 150 or something like that. I'm sure there's people that already spent hella gems, and I don't know, right? Well, you still need like fragments and stuff too, which are a lot easier to get now, which I'm appreciative of. but I still wish the randomized ones, like the first slot of fragments you get or memories is going to be the character that you use, and the second one is random, if I'm not mistaken. I really wish that the random one would rotate a lot more. I feel like it's always like the same 3 characters for me, like Super Saiyan Vegeta, like Android 18, and like Gotenks, which cool, but I want to upgrade like Oob and Majin Buu and stuff like that. Like the characters that I don't use that much, I would like to see those a little bit more in the lottery. So next is going to be bug fixes. Super Saiyan Gotenks Skill 3 Super Ghost fixed an issue where ghosts remain undetected if the hero it was following was not detected. I think I ran into that like once or twice. I didn't think it was a huge issue, but it can be annoying and it can make a huge difference in like whether you get a kill or not, right? Next going to be improvements. Gekishin rules. If the targeted God of Destruction is KO'd while charging a Gekishin burst or after charging it but before it deals damage, Gekishin burst will now be interrupted and the stock for the activated skill will not be... Yo, amazing change. Amazing change right there, because that, I'm not gonna lie, that was so annoying, but I felt like it was just one of those things that you had to deal with, right? I thought it was working as intended, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm glad that they actually addressed that and they're improving this. Like, well, since it's under improvements, I guess it was working as intended, but they got a little bit of feedback and they decided to change that. So huge shout out to them. That was super annoying, but that was one of the things that I didn't mind dealing with. Next is going to be an improvement to matchmaking. Change matchmaking to reduce the likelihood of being matched with the same party twice in a row. Oh my goodness. No more losers queue. Get that out of here. Oh my God. I don't even mind if they're on the opposite team. Well, actually I do mind. I don't want to see them, period. The people that I just played with, unless I'm partied up with them, I don't want to see them, period, for like another 3 or 4 games. There's enough people playing this game, I feel like, where you can swap out like 1, 2, 3 people. If it's just one person on the other team, whatever, but the whole party, nah, I'm good. Next is gonna be custom battle. Change the number of battle participants from a fixed 8 players to 4 to 8 players. Okay, the battle starts when teams have at least 2 players, applies to all rules including Gekishin rules and sub rules. Added delete user data to other. User data can now be deleted in-game. User data cannot be deleted if linked with a Bandai Namco ID. After the deletion, you can either start the game from the beginning or transfer data that has been linked to a Bandai Namco ID on another device. You know what, guys? I didn't even pursue this anymore because I've just been playing the game so much on this account now. But my account that I had in the beta, that I played all 3 betas on, I wasn't able to like link that to this account like once the game came out, so I had to start all the way over. I didn't get my badge for playing in the beta, which kind of pissed me off a little bit, but since I've been playing the game so much and I've spent money on this account now, I just decided to forego it. But maybe I should hit up Bandai and see if I can get that account back. Maybe, I don't know. Next is going to be CPU battle. Added the battle rules CPU battle beginner and CPU battle intermediate, where enemy heroes are always controlled by the CPU. That's going to be obviously good for testing out heroes that you don't have a lot of experience with, kind of trying out new characters before you hop onto rank. So that's a good addition to the game. I was kind of waiting on that. I didn't know when obviously we have like the training room and everything like that, but you want to get like that in-game setting experience with new characters, see kind of how you want to play them, not just like look at all their moves and everything like that, right? And last but not least is going to be rewards. Increase the aggregate amount of Zenny you can obtain from the battle pass. Always nice to get more Zenny. Increase the amount of Zenny you can obtain for bonus missions and battle score rewards. See, this is one thing that we were like screaming at the top of our lungs for like season 0 and season 1, and I'm glad that they're coming around and giving us more Zenny. As you guys can see, 1,000 Zenny from just the patch notes coming out, and in the rest of the messages and notifications, we got a bunch of Zenny from all the other news announcements and everything like that as well. So huge shout out to the Gekishin Squadra team. Keep up the amazing work. These look like some really drastic changes in some aspects of the game. Like, I don't think the Super Saiyan Trunks buff is gonna be super duper crazy. I don't know about Cooler yet. Every time they touch this character, you never know what's gonna happen. Dabura, I need to see some nerfs for this character eventually. Like, you guys keep buffing him. I'm gonna speak for everybody here. In some sense, we're all scared of this character. Like, a character that can turn you to stone for like 5-10 seconds, horrifying. All right, if you guys want to nerf him at any point, I don't think you're gonna get pushback from anybody in the community. Like, he's kind of oppressive. Okay, skill 3 getting that slight cooldown increase, sure, maybe you want to, you know, look at the range when it's at level 3 or anything like that. Skill 2 getting kind of adjusted right there. Sure, we'll see how that feels in game. A lot of this other stuff. Oh, I forgot about Super Saiyan Goku, man. Did he really need to get kicked while he was down more? Not that he was down, he was still like a top 5 character in the game, but you guys are trying to make him like barely top 10. What's going on here? Maybe I'm just a Goku glazer. I don't want to see him get knocked off the face of the meta. This wasn't necessary in my opinion. If you guys feel differently, let me know down below in the comments. But this is gonna be all of our season 3 patch notes for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Like I said at the beginning, this was a long one, so I appreciate you guys sticking with me through the entirety of the video. Let me know what you agree and disagree with down below in the comments. Super Saiyan Goku getting touched again. Yo, leave my guy alone, man. We keep hitting Super Saiyan Goku while he's down. We still got Super Saiyan 3 Goku running around here with his one nerf that he got. Like, everything's just like okay, right? But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the season 3 patch notes for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra down below in the comments. Have a great day. Like I said earlier, I'm still gonna try to get that Super Vegito video out for you guys today, but if not, expect it tomorrow, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys.